Hey, I'm Ethan Stone, lead guide with New River Outdoor Company. We do guided smallmouth trips out here on the New, and I'm a HokieBass alum. I was on the team from 2016 to 2020.
Awesome, Ethan. It's so glad we got you out here. So what was your experience with HokieBass? Like, how did you come up through your 4 years? Just give us a little idea of your experience.
Well, I fished the high school Bassmaster Series, so I knew I wanted to go somewhere that had a bass fishing club, you know, in college. So I got hooked up with the club as a freshman. You know, I was lucky. There were a lot of good kids on the team kind of when I started. Real strong club, and was on the team all 4 years and ended up being president by my senior year in 2020.
Wow, that's awesome. It sounds like you got a lot of experience. So what were you able to translate from your experience in college on the HokieBass team to what you do now?
Everything. I mean, my experience on the college bass team was instrumental, because you go to all these different lakes, you know, bodies of water across the country, and it just really helps you perfect techniques that you're not always used to throwing, you know. So when I became a guide out here on the New River, you know, as a guide, it's kind of easy to get stuck in your ways. You know, you're fishing the same place every day. You got your few baits that you really like. But kind of with my experience of fishing so many different areas, I kind of experimented with a lot of different baits that not a lot of people had tried out here on the river yet. And it ended up finding a few baits that work really well out here.
Okay, that sounds awesome. What are 3 baits you have tied on in the pre-spawn for some river smallmouth?
Pre-spawn, got to have some type of jig. We fished today and had luck on both a football jig and a tube jig. Jerk bait, classic. Dan caught a real nice one here this morning on a jerk bait. And then just probably some sort of crankbait. You know, we caught them today on a wiggle wart style and a little flat side. Just kind of match your crankbait based on the water conditions.
Okay. And what is one key to remember for the month of March on river smallmouth?
Fish are just really feeding up. I say you can't go too big, you can't go too aggressive. You know, the fish, I was telling Dan earlier, the fish probably gain half a pound from now in late February to in late March. So I mean, throw your big swim baits, your big crankbaits, your jerk baits. You know, don't be scared off throwing a big bait in March.
Well, awesome, Ethan. We really appreciate it, and awesome to have a HokieBass alum.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Awesome.